Greetings, Star Trek Fleet Commanders. I am the Angry Rhino. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So today, obviously you can probably tell by what's on the screen, I'm going to be talking about this Emerald Wonders event. No, I'm not going to be explaining anything. It's fairly straightforward. This is kind of a cookie cutter thing. We've had events just like this for these, what do I call them? Like sub holidays. Like it's a date on the calendar worthy of mentioning, but it's not like a federal holiday. We're going to get some time off, and lots of people all over the world are going to dedicate time to spend a holiday. It's St. Patrick's Day, so it's a holiday. It's not really a big holiday. And yeah, I'm not going to explain anything, but what I'm really going to do, and yeah, I'm sure a lot of you don't like to hear me complain, but you're getting that information early in the video. So if you don't want to watch me give my 2 thumbs down and my 2 middle fingers up throughout a whole video, then this video is not for you. For the most part, these videos are for me. It's just me venting and ranting and kind of a release of some anger and some frustration. And it really does go along with the theme for the past few months. No, not St. Patrick's Day, but quantity over quality, even though we were promised quality over quantity. This is a quantity event. This is not a quality event. This is an event that has been run before, just with a different paint job. And it hasn't even been ran that well. Which emphasizes that it isn't quality, because take a look at these pictures here for the SMSs. We get 1 ticket a day. You pick which one of these little SMSs. You got like the server and the alliance SMSs. They're not the ones I'm talking about. The SMS, AMS, IMS. However, huge SMS, big SMS, SMS. That's the way I look at it. However, if you were to pick which one of the little ones to do. Well, this one is go kill Borg probes. You can tell by the picture. Well, some of you might have thought this about yesterday. And yes, I do know a few people that thought it was Borg yesterday. I didn't hear anything on the Discord or any, any of the places around on the chat rooms where people say this event's bugged or this is broken and such and so forth. But the picture has Borg here. Well, it's Kill Swarm. What were you thinking when you couldn't even get the picture right? And I know somebody had to have caught it. I know somebody did. I just wasn't paying any attention to it. For the most part, because I really wasn't paying attention to the picture, I clicked on the event just to see how it was scored, and then it was swarms, and I immediately saw it was swarms. So, and I was like, I'm not doing that, because the hell with swarm, which is another, what was you thinking? Having us kill swarms for an event is just like having us kill worms for an event, in my opinion. It's a dead-ass old hostile. Dead, gone, get it out of the game. Get the hostiles out of the game. They don't need to be here. They don't. They just don't. Yes, and I know, with so many players, they're not going to be able to do it. Well, I mean, they could just make swarm sweeps available to everybody. They could. Just remove a whole loop. To me, that's a great idea. Because if you allow swarm sweeps to be for everybody, what's the point of having swarms in the game? Which for me would be a good thing. because you get rid of a whole loop. There's really no point to it. It's really not. And okay, players in the 20s and the 30s might need to kill swarms for, I don't know, Swarm Sunday or something, get some con shards. When he's into transporter patterns, you're going to get your transporter patterns. So, I just don't know what you all were thinking when you keep putting swarms in events. Why? Let them die. Hell, I'll kill them for you. Completely. Kill them. Gone. Done. Out of here. Really, the same with the worms, too. It's like, what? I guess I just don't understand the logic there. Especially when you removed worms from the Battle Pass events. You did that. Why you're not doing it with the swarms, I don't know. And have removed worms from all events all over the place, but you haven't done it with swarms yet. I don't really understand the logic there. Get them out of the events and get them out of the game. Just hit the delete button. When one would think, at least somebody with low computer skills such as myself, would think, if you just completely delete the whole loop, wouldn't that make the game run better? You just removed a whole bunch of things that the coding has to memorize. I don't have to memorize it anymore because it no longer exists. However, but still, okay, they're in here, fine. What? Why is this not a picture of swarms? Why? Okay, you messed up. Happens. It's gonna happen. It's not necessarily that I think you're a lesser because you made a mistake. It's really how you come back from that mistake. Think Rocky. You know, it's like, it's how you get back up. And I know I mentioned Rocky and I can't remember the line in his speech there, but it was somewhat inspirational. Getting back up. You choose not to do this. You choose to make your mistakes and just be like, nah. You don't learn from it. You don't correct them. You don't communicate. Nothing. You try to sweep them under the rug or pretend they don't exist. That's wrong. I don't know what you're thinking there, but that's how you grow. You make the mistakes, you own it, and you then correct the mistake. That's called being human. Which apparently people running this game choose not to do. Cool. I hate this event. I just... Let's talk about some of the other reasons why I hate this damn event. And it's not really that it is because it's a pay event. By all means, look, you're just buying an extra 3 tickets so you can do a few extra events. That's fine. For $20, if that's something you want to buy, yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Here's what I have a problem with. You did make something pay, right? You put the tickets in there, 3 tickets, is that worth $20? A full unlock of a rare does add value there. And especially if you're on a computer, more multi-phasic credits, yes, there is value there. But not all officers are created equal. Not all rares are created equal. Not all epics are created equal. I'm sorry. But Miles O'Brien has less value in dollars. And it's not because he's a terrible officer. He's a fantastic Armada officer. Why he has no value in this pack is because his sourcing is fantastic. I'm pretty sure I had him maxed. Either with what it came out in September. September, October, November, December was the 4 months of Deep Space Nine. It came out in September with the Cardassian Armadas. It was a September. It wasn't last September. It was a September before that. So it's been like a year and a half. But yeah, it was either that month or like the next month. Within 2 months I had him max because the sourcing was so good. Part of that is because I was such a high, wasn't necessarily a high level. I was what, mid 40s? But I was kind of up there in the progression of the Bajoran loop. I could get more shards. But what I'm saying, like mid 40s, and you get, and is when you max your O'Brien here, that's fantastic. Just because the way the ships and the armadas are designed, other officers I think are a little better at lower tiers or lower levels. Getting this guy max, and you got to think majority of this player base has got to be getting to that point where they can max their O'Brien very easily. So putting him in this pay pack, it's just, why don't you just flip everybody the bird? I do it. Grow a pair and actually flip us off. I mean, O'Brien should not be in here. I understand because it's a St. Patrick's Day event. You think O'Brien should be in here. I get the logic there. But you could have made a few other choices. There are a few other ones. I mean, let's say, not that I really understand where some of these players or characters or people are from, but you got 2 bones. I mean, Leonard McCoy could be an option there. How about Beverly Crusher? I mean, she has Irish roots. And you know what? And I know it's another rare officer, but I don't have Beverly Crusher. Next generation Beverly Crusher. I don't have her maxed. But yet I have O'Brien maxed. It's because Beverly Crusher sourcing is absolute shit. O'Brien sourcing is fantastic. So Beverly Crusher, in my opinion, is worth more real dollars. She should have better sourcing. She doesn't. But because I can actually get officer tiers. I can't get officer tiers here. And I'm saying far fewer players would actually get officer shards here than as opposed to, putting Beverly Crusher in there. More players would actually get the officer shards here. Otherwise, you're getting transporter patterns. The transporter patterns from rare suck, so it's not even a good pack. And it's because you just randomly put an officer. Oh, let's put O'Brien in there. He's Irish. Yeah, because he's the only one. You put the one with the best sourcing in there. That's what you did. And drastically reduce the value of this pack, in my opinion. Honestly, if you'd have put Beverly Crusher in here, I probably would have bought this. But you gave people the middle finger without actually giving them the middle finger. I don't like that. Like, be honest about it, at least. Where's this stupid ass chess pool? I don't like the chess pool either. It's over here in the event store. Lucky Shamrock. I just don't like this chess pool. For one, I think there are too many officers in here. Because the more and more officers you have, the less progression on a specific officer you will get. Yeah, getting 50 shards, 50 officer shards is nice, but if they're for 50 different officers, it's not as good as, let's say, 50 shards for 2 officers. I'd rather have the 50 shards for 2 officers. Yes, I know. One of the reasons I don't like the pack is because B'Elanna Torres is in here. I have B'Elanna Torres max, so as far as I'm concerned, that officer shouldn't be in this pack. And I get that some people don't have her max, and therefore like, Rhino, I would love B'Elanna Torres. I'm sure you should. You would, and you should. You will love her when you do max her. But for me, I just see less value here. Because that's one officer that I won't actually get officer shards for. I will get transporter patterns. Lesser value. Now, if they could make the code, especially for these holiday currency type packs, if you could write it out as transporter pattern equals another role, then it'd be different because the logic there is I have this officer. Instead of giving me transporter patterns, at least from these holiday packs, especially when you sell them, shouldn't I get another role? Can't I have Troy or Kim or Paris or Tuvok? No, I'd have to have B'Elanna and then therefore get transporter patterns and then get less value. Okay. By all means, don't encourage players to actually max out officers. Because as far as I'm concerned, packs like this are a deterrent for maxing out officers. Because then a pool like this comes up and you see no value in it. Or you see lesser value in it. It's not a good thing. Because this is an old argument. We have seen packs like this, specialty packs, limited time packs that have a bunch of officers in this, and it's like a holiday currency. We've seen it dozens and dozens of times. Why can't you make an exception to the rule with transporter patterns here? You can. I don't know why you won't do it. I mean, I know what you're thinking here. You're thinking here is you don't really care. You don't want to do more work because then you would have to pay the worker the money, and if you don't get enough money for the pack, then you're not getting enough profit. But why not for these specialty holiday packs? Why can you not give me another role instead of giving me the transporter patterns for B'Elanna Torres? Seems like a reasonable request to me. So I don't know what you were thinking there, other than you want to maximize profit, and how you would maximize profit is to not do that. Though at the same time, I'm not buying this pack because you won't give me the same value you're giving other people. Right? I see less value in this event. I see less value in the spend option of this event. The extra officer you get from buying a pack, I have maxed. So I don't see that pack as valuable as, let's say, somebody that doesn't have O'Brien max. This chest pool, I see less value because I have one of these officers max. And if the game, the RNGesus, which it will, decides to give me Torres, I get transporter patterns instead. I don't get an officer shard. I get a fraction of an officer shard. Translates to about, what do you get, 400 for a rare? So what does that translate to? About 1/3 of an officer? Because what are they in transporter patterns? 1,100. It's about a third. A third of an officer. That's what I get. Cool, thanks. Of course I see less value there. So I don't know what you were thinking. Now, players can't go around just not trying to max out officers. So that pools like this are good for them, but I don't know, man. The people making this shit should make it good for everybody. It is not good for some people and great for some others. You're not going to make that much money that way, but all right. To a certain extent, I do think some of the rare officers, probably all across the game, it should just be, rare officer transporter pattern equals another role to get somebody you don't have. That's just, or maybe in some instance, just increase the amount of transporter patterns you get from a rare. You know what? You don't get 400. You get 400 from an epic. What do you get from a rare? It's a good question. Good question. It is. It's 400 from an epic. What is it from a rare? It's like 50. It's low. It's got to be much lower. I've tested it out so many times, but I feel like I've actually gotten different numbers every time. Because part of it is you don't actually know how many officer shards you got. Because it just says, here's your transporter pattern. I'm like, oh, cool. Annoying. Something I'll have to figure out at one point. I wonder if that's worth a video. All right. Ranting and venting on long enough. Really long enough. Really has been. But thank you if you made it this far for listening to me vent. And it was really just me being annoyed and asking, what were you thinking with this Lucky Shamrock or Emerald Hujiba What's It event? Like, where's the value, man? You know, an easy to max rare officer in the paid pack. Paid pack. All packs are paid. With the pay option for this event. Decreases the value for several players. Many players. You know, having to get stuck with getting an officer pull from an officer you have maxed. Again, less value. So it's therefore not a quality event. It is, in fact, a quality event. Quality and quantity is very hard. Words are too similar. It is a quantity event. This is not a quality event. Maybe it's just an opinion. I just don't understand what anybody was thinking. Players, people running this stuff, community managers, other content creators. This is not a good event. Don't even know why events like this keep happening, especially when the quality. God damn it. Hoping to be done before that stupid alarm goes off. Of course not, because I'm ranting too much. Yeah, let's just get out of here. Comment below. Were you okay with this rant from me? It's a little different style than my, previous What Was You Thinking videos. A lot more screaming and swearing and cursing at people. I think doing it this way was a little better. And do you agree that this Emerald, Lucky Shamrock event was a low quality, therefore non-quality event? Because I just didn't see the value. I don't know about you guys out there. Maybe you have a lot of these officers, not even unlocked. Of course, I don't have Cat Lady unlocked. But again, dilution. There's lots of dilution here. Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Rhino. Shields up, Commanders.